Hi guys, pleasure to meet all three of you.
Nice.
Hi.
So each of you are veteran actors, and is there a difference in playing within a broad canvas, an epic Western such as this, as far as not just building out your character, but working within that space? Because it seems that it can be a very complicated process, or am I just, as a viewer, overcomplicating the matter?
Hmm.
The answer to your question is yes to both, really. And it's something that any of us can get trapped in. You can easily overcomplicate something when you have all these elements coming together, and then at the same time, if you just let go and allow everything to happen, you're in a golden space.
And for each of you, what has been the key for building out a character where it's not just cinema, it's not just a movie, but it's also a series. It's something that each of you have been able to work on. Can you guys talk about each building out your character within this family? I suppose it's a very close family.
I think it's a tremendous gift to be able to work with one another over such a long period of time. I mean, we did the series in 2020 to come back 5 years later, but we've all kind of been in contact and have different relationships, different friendships. And then there you have a built-in trust. And Juan Pablo, who is the director of the film, is somebody who's really a collaborator. He really wants to expand and push and keep pushing and keep pushing. So the fact that you already have a comfortable safe space of having built a relationship like Susanna and Sawyer Clarkman, like that's already built. Now, where can you go off of that? The sky's the limit.
Yeah, for you, Madison, I'm just wondering, within that 5 years, how have you grown as an actor? Because since then, you've also written material, worked with indie, just different type of projects within that space.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think I hope I've grown a lot as an actor. I don't know,
Mhm.
but it's interesting. I think 5 years when you're in your 20s feels pretty substantial in terms of the amount that you're educating yourself and taking in and sort of honing in who you are and how you approach things. So I do think that coming back 5 years later to approach the same character in a different way was really exciting for me. And Hassie simultaneously grew up a lot in that time. And then also coming back from a TV show to a movie, there's something different about that format tonally as well. So it was exciting to
Mm.
come back to the same character, but approach it a little bit differently.
John, I was reading an old interview of yours, and you were saying that at the time of the interview, you were saying it's still very important for you with all your experience to take scene study. Scene study is very important for you. Wondering even today, is it still
Mhm.
important for you? And if so, why, when you've accrued over the years so much experience? Is one always a student in the process of acting or filmmaking?
Mm.
I just got to tell you how much I love that question, for particularly for me in this last couple years. I found a
Mhm.
spot, and it was oddly enough even after we had done the movie Casa, and it was probably starving after Casa because the movie was such a great experience and a really great creative experience getting back with everybody and those
Mhm.
relationships that Christina talked about and Madison talked about, that we'd already built all this stuff. And then we finished, and it was just this emptiness I felt, this loss of creativity, this loss of space. And to cut the story as short as possible, I eavesdropped on someone's conversation in a coffee shop, and they were taking clown school. And it disturbed me enough that I came home and I Googled clown classes, and the clown school came up, and I started taking these clown classes from this guy David Bridle, and I'm now a clown school junkie. I've done commedia dell'arte through them, I've done mime through them, I'm doing clowning through them. I even take some scene study classes with them. It reignited and reminded me of that. I
Mhm.
don't remember this specific interview, but it reminded me that if you aren't doing it, you're not doing it. If you aren't in practice, you aren't getting better. And that's probably Allen Iverson just was disgusted with what I just said.
Mhm.
Yeah, practice is very important. Christine and Madison, both of you, when I look at as an outsider at both of your IMDb's, can you attest to, I guess, John's POV regarding the acting journey? Because both of your resumes are very diverse and not predictable. And I do both of you feel
Mm.
a kinship to that POV as always learning in your respective craft?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 100 years older than Madison, so I'll speak from that perspective. But since I got started, it was like there's seasons of your life and there's seasons of the industry, and they don't always coincide. So if you're not willing to pivot and you're not willing to try something else or scoot over here, you'll get left. I mean, I think that's just always been the thing. Oh, yeah, I'm great at sitcoms. You know what? Sitcoms are dead. Now what are you going to do? Oh, okay, I'll go over here and do sketch comedy. And then, oh, I'll go do a sketch comedy show. And then that will lead to a nighttime soap opera. And then that led to me meeting people. And then now I've been producing for 10 years. I just think it's adapt or die. And that's a little less artsy than what John had to say about it. I'm more survive or be left behind.
Madison, you were offered some great two roads ahead of you. What road are you picking, or are you picking both roads from?
But what do you mean exactly?
I guess with John and the clown school and just expanding the acting, and then also
Yeah.
the importance of being practical as well and merging both, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I do think there is a merging of both, but I also think, and Piper sort of touched on this, I think if you love something, there's sort of this insatiable hunger to continue to explore. And I think it doesn't feel good to plateau. And I don't know, I feel like for me, there's a lot of curiosity there and the understanding that you can never learn too much and there's more to learn. But I also think some of the best advice I've been given is if you're an artist, approach your life like that. So everything that you do and the people that you interact with it should help fill you up and inform you as well. And I think living your life with a sense of curiosity and through that lens is important too. I think curiosity is sort of everything to me, and that comes with practical education and studying, but also how you live your life.
My final question is I do a podcast called Find Your Film, and I recommend films, actors and filmmakers, they recommend films from their own body of work along with the project they're respectively promoting. So can each of you from your respective resume recommend either a film or a TV series or project that each of you feel is a little bit underrated from your body of work and you would like our listeners to check out, and why? And thank you each for your time.
Oh my goodness. Pipe, you want to go?
Well, the first recommendation is see Casa Grande. We saw it at the Streamfest, and I think it's well worth the view. In terms of an indie film I did some time ago for next to nothing, that was made for nothing, that I think is a little special, is called Burning Kentucky. I'd say check that out, or go all the way back to Briscoe County Jr. in 1992 with Bruce Campbell, and that's just a ridiculous farcical Western ride.
Madison, what do you?
It's hard. The recall is hard. A film that I did called Green and Gold was a really special film for me, and the journey of making it was really special and came at an interesting time in my life as well. But also, there's a lot that I love about the movie and the people who made it, and I think that one's worth checking out.
I want to go real cheesy and just say, if you haven't seen the new 90210, if you like a good nighttime soap, if you like a good saga, it's like somebody likened Casa Grande to series to Dynasty. 90210 is about as cheesy as it gets. And I also don't disappoint in being like, I'll just say at one point, my character moves to France because she has a migraine. So if you like this sort of thing, get it.
I love it.
I live in LA, so I have a double migraine, but very, very, very quickly, without giving too much away, no spoilers, but do you guys see more of Casa Grande, or do you think this film will wrap everything up without any spoilers given away?
Oh, I want Madison to have her very own spinoff. That's what I want. It's Hassie and Co. That's what I would vote for that.
Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate each of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.